Hello, and this is James Sword here with the Dancing with Darknuts videos. How does Nightmare not get killed by them? And how does he deal with Darknuts? This is probably one of the most requested videos I have had over the years, and I get a lot of requests on these in my inbox, so the way we're going to start this off, we're going to start looking at Darknuts and various ways to defeat them, and how to deal with the different variants that Zelda Classic has thrown at us for over the years. Okay, let's start off with red Darknuts in the first exhibition. Starting with the basics, red Darknuts. First things first, they're shielded in front, so direct sword strikes to the front won't work, so you have to work on hitting them in different ways. First of all, you could hit them from the side, or you could turn sideways and slash your sword. That will generally work in hitting them. You'll see in this video I work on both, and that will hit them, and that will generally take them out. Red Darknuts take 4 hits to kill with the wooden sword in this particular exhibition. Working on a second example here, basically there's some blocks in the room. You can work the blocks to slash through, but don't get a good example in this particular recording, unfortunately, so we're just going to use our normal tactics and defeat them. Not too hard here, 4 hits, slash to the side, or stand in front of them and parallel, perpendicular and slash. That'll work, and basically they'll die. Alright, on to the next part of the video. Well, not particularly recommended unless you're at a high level. I'm going to talk about bombs here. If you place them at a perpendicular direction, they do work as a weakness. It does particularly work on red Darknuts that are slow and don't take a lot of hits. One bomb will kill them if you put it against a wall and they walk against it. Okay, now on to probably everybody's favorite topic, blue Darknuts. Now, these take 4 hits with the white sword, 2 hits with the magic sword, or 2 hits with bombs to kill, or 4 hits with the wand. Now, this is particular from a particular challenge we used to do back in the day with blue Darknuts. We only had a limited number of hearts, of shield, and basically no potions, and basically ran the gauntlet with the 2 Darknut rooms in level 8 of the first quest, because they were basically back to back. And you can see I use my various bags of tricks, including standing perpendicular and slashing, standing against the wall and slashing, also slashing from the side, and also bombing the wall. This goes particularly fast, and they do eventually die. I also use the shield to block all the beams, and they eventually do fall. We'll take to the next room in a minute. I'm not so much going to note here the ways to kill blue Darknuts, but I'm going to make an interesting note that basically that they drop a lot of hearts. They are basically your heart refill stations in harder quests. So get used to killing them, and basically the fact that if you have a blue or red ring, or better, you can use them in order to refill your life meter very quickly because of the heart rate and the fairy rate they drop. So make sure they die quickly. So we will move on to the next video. Next part is Death Knights. Okay, Death Knights in the open. Basically, they're going to home in on you as soon as they see you. So basically, your strategy here, as soon as they charge you, is going to get them to charge at you. You're going to face them. You're going to block their sword. And then you're going to hit them facing the wall about 4 times perpendicular to them. They should hopefully die quickly, and you should be able to take them out before they do too much damage. Okay, another Death Knight example. This is from James Quest Remastered, basically. You got obstacles in the room, you're going to lure them to the side, bring them around, block their sword, and then you're going to hit them about 4 to 8 times. They die. This is another shining example of how quickly things can go when you know what you're doing. Okay, the next exhibition is green Darknuts. These have been found in a few quests, including ZNR, Demo SP, and a few others. They have also been in different colors. They are basically sword-throwing Darknuts, straight sword, like Stalfos 2, and their general idea. Basically, you can't stand perpendicular in front of them and slash, at least without a lot of trouble, so you're basically, these varieties generally don't move too fast. So generally what you're going to do is try to slash them from the side. These are not too powerful, but they don't drop as many hearts, so do be careful. Otherwise, use your normal tactics and they will die as you would expect. These are purple Darknuts. You don't see these too often, mostly a Demo SP exclusive, but they sometimes do show up in other quests. but I don't know any offhand. But these basically throw swords at basically odd angles, so you don't want to stand in front of them or anywhere really close to them in front. So stand to the side and slash them. At the end I show you a negative generally idea how to deal with them, as I take a lot of damage. Fortunately these drop a lot of hearts in this quest, so I get my life back. Otherwise these are not too terrible, except that they are kind of hit point sponges. They take a lot of hits. Alright, on to the next one. Next example is Rope Nuts. These are from Big Joe's 5th quest and also in Demo SP. Generally on these you're going to want to stand perpendicular in their path and slash. They will generally run right into it. You can also stand from the side and slash them, but that's generally not recommended, as they'll generally hit you on the way over. So generally get in their way and slash them. They'll run right into it and generally take a hit, and after a few hits they'll die. Last but not least, Super Nuts. This is particularly one of the no-room formations that I use in many of my quests, and so basically here you don't have a lot of room to work with, so fortunately with this type of equipment, Super Nuts don't do a lot of damage, so you're basically going to let them walk into you, stand perpendicular and slash them till they're dead, kill the blue Darknuts, get their hearts, and you'll outgain the loss of life of what you gain generally. Rare cases you might not, that's why you have potions. Alright, that's about a wrap. Before I go, don't forget, if you got a terrain advantage like with a ladder, don't be stingy, use it, it always helps. Alright, this is Dancing with Darknuts, How Nightmare Survives. This is James Swords signing off. Bye!